If you want to make it bigger so that we can see a little bit of the lamp, because we are very close. There you go.
I'm gonna read.
Yeah, because I've been staring at the computer screen for the past 2 hours.
Okay, so let's
Do the intro?
Why is it like off center? Just so we can see the lamp.
No, it's fine. We've always.
Can you at least turn it on? The lamp.
It looks a bit weird.
It looks better like that. No.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so hi and welcome back to Dear Sadie MP.
Hello.
So if you've sent a letter to us, be patient because it might take a while.
Yeah. I've been busy. It's my fault. Sorry.
But we are gonna read one letter today, and it's a follow-up from one of our previous Dear Sadie MPs. Dear Sadie MP, here I am with an update. I don't know if you remember me. I had a 3-year relationship with my university professor, who's married to a man and is 30 years older than me. I wrote my first message to you because after those years together, she decided out of nowhere that our story must end. But she never explained why. She only said it was nonsense, that with menopause she was not interested in physical intimacy anymore, and that I had to build my own life. In fact, she decided to exclude only the physical part because our connection is still there and she still cares for me. We still meet every day. She allows me to hug her. We cuddle a little. We do things that feel normal only because we had a story before. Nonetheless, I fear it's unlikely that we go back to our previous relationship. What is certain is that we will always remain special friends, and I will keep loving her because there's something there between us I can't explain, but I sense is there. Only I couldn't have peace at the thought of having kissed her the last time without knowing that it was actually the last time. Maybe it's a weird thought, I don't know, but I asked to kiss her once more, our last kiss, to keep the memory of it with me forever. And after a good dose of insistence of mine, she agreed. Again, I felt our bodies as one, as part of an entity different from me and her, just us. She's the only person who has given me these complete feelings, like magic. I've come to the conclusion that the only true love I experienced in my life is the one with her, and that I will not have this possibility anymore. Or maybe I'll have, but with impossible people just like her, married and much older than me. I'm pretty sure, for example, I would fall in love with a woman like P. I literally like everything about you. And of course, you're married to Sadie, and I love your couple. Just to say, this is a pattern in my life. I see no way out, and I'm so sad about this. I'll keep the memory of the passion I experienced with her in my heart. I'll relive our emotions every time I need it. At this point, I actually don't have any questions for you, but I would love it if you could tell me your thoughts and impressions about this. Thank you for the video you recorded for me last time. I keep re-watching it, and I was so happy when P said that I wrote something that made me think. Yeah, made something about your relationship clear to her. Yes. And then she wrote, actually, I do have a question. Do you see me better with a woman or a man? It's a stupid question. I know you don't know me. Just answer as you feel it if you want. Thanks. Love you both.
To answer the last question, the only question that you had, I definitely see you with a woman, not with a man. What about you?
Why do you answer that? I just want to know.
Well, because of the depth that you felt with this woman, I'm pretty sure you're gonna meet somebody and she's gonna be a woman. I mean, I'm not predicting that because I'm not a psychic or anything. I'm wishing you that. And this is full projection on my side, basically, because maybe, I don't know.
Why? Because you were in the closet for so long and then you came out to yourself.
No, I mean, for what transpired from, the way she felt with this woman and the way she relates to women, it feels like I can see her more with women. That's all. I don't know you, so I don't know the rest of it. So that's why I'm saying it's more of a wishful thinking than, a objective opinion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this message made me so sad because clearly you're so in love with this woman, and I don't know if she is. I don't want to make any presumptions, but if she was just able to end it like that and say something so dry like, oh, I'm not sexual anymore, I'm in menopause, let's just end it. I don't know, it just seems like maybe she didn't feel the depth of emotion that you did, and that's heartbreaking for me.
Yeah, clearly it was not reciprocated, and I'm not blaming this woman. I know that, you said I was courageous and stuff, but each one of us, we have our own journey, and whether we hit a wall and we are able to overcome, climb it, and go through it, and or just get stuck. It's it's a journey that belongs to each one of us, and I wish this woman, whatever she's going through, I wish for her to become aware of whatever she's going through, and I wish her well, and I wish you well too. Finding somebody that, whether it's going to be a woman or a man, I mean, finding somebody you can reciprocate that depth of feelings that you felt already, and you have it in your heart. So
yeah, I mean, you mentioned that she's married, so it's really like an impossible love. It's not just the age gap, right?
I mean, but they had a relationship.
I think it was more affair, not a relationship.
Yeah, it was a relationship. It was an affair, right? So they already had, whether this woman regretted it or not, and she used being menopausal as an excuse.
As an excuse, yeah.
Yeah, we're not sure of that, so
I feel it's like an excuse.
So whatever it is, I can say though that depth of your feeling, the depth of the way you felt, is also like due to the fact that you felt it was an impossible relationship. That every time there is some impossibility there, it gives that depth, that it gives those feelings more of a intensity, I guess.
Actually, yeah, we can even talk more about that, because I have a lot of experience with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but
I had in the past, for sure.
Where it's like the fantasy of being with somebody, or the possibility of what it could be, is always greater and more magical than the reality, because the reality of human beings is kind of limited and kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So what you can come up with your imagination is so much better that nobody can live up to that. Nobody can.
Right.
So that's why people go through a honeymoon period, and then they come out and they see like, oh my God, is this the person I was with all that time? I don't know. So maybe there's that aspect where if it feels like you're always attracted to impossible people, maybe because you're not attracted to the people necessarily, but the idea of...
To the circumstance.
Yeah, the idea of what it could be with that person.
Right.
And that's called limerence. We're getting very familiar with that term. I'm getting very familiar with that term as well, because I still struggle with that to an extent, although I'm more realistic about things. But yeah, I wouldn't say like, don't lose hope that this is the one and only time you're going to experience love. It might feel that way right now, but I firmly believe it's not the last time you're going to experience this kind of love, especially if you want to and you're open to it. Yeah. What do you think about
that? I think so. I think that you're going to find love again, and if you fall in love again with an impossible, let's say in an impossible situation like the past one, it's because you're addicted to those, to that intensity of feelings, and that, it can be a little bit disappointing all the time, because of there's always like the outcome is not always what we hope for. But it's important to, maybe acknowledge all these things, and with that acknowledgement and knowledge, you can move forward and eventually be a match to somebody who will reciprocate your feelings as well.
And don't think that'll be like the best thing ever. It might actually be less than what you felt for the impossible people.
Right.
You know, it might even be like a letdown or disappointing, but it'll be more like harmonious, I guess,
Yeah.
and consistent.
Right.
So depends what you really want.
Right.
I think for the most part, that intensity doesn't last.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are glimpses of it every once in a while, but it's not like as intense as the first times that when you meet somebody. It's natural. I mean, it's not self-sustainable. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
Maybe. I don't know. Can it be sustainable?
I have no idea. We're not experts on relationships or love. I feel like we should have said that in the beginning. Like, before we started this whole series. Please, don't take our advice.
It's just very personal opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, as if we were sitting on a couch and just chatting with you. Just the three of us. So, yeah.
Okay, we'll read, like, the older one.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Sadie and Pete, it all started when I was in 11th grade, where I studied arts. We had a subject called art history where I met my best teacher. We quickly developed a friendship between student and teacher. She's that person with a super contagious energy and devoted to her work. She always gave her best. I was going through a bad phase, and in some ways she was a support for me. But everything started to take a different path when I realized that certain things were not normal between a 17-year-old student and a 47-year-old teacher, who's now 53 and I'm 23. I started to notice the exaggerated amount of compliments she gave me and the comments she posted on the internet. My girl, so beautiful, the most beautiful girl, and telling me, you're so sexy. Oh no. She sometimes came close to me and often praised my perfume, saying that I smelled really good. She caressed me and, above all, she looked at my mouth a lot and got closer while she spoke. What?
Wow.
Although they didn't seem like very serious things to me at the time, I didn't think it was normal at all. Time passed, and when I realized I was crazy about her, I wanted her completely. As the semesters went by, as we saw each other on the street and at school, she always emphasized how beautiful I was, how sexy and provocative my photos were. Just in case, most of my pics are selfies, only the face. Sexy? I mean... But I never had the courage to tell her or confront her with this. Time passed and we became more distant, until I entered college and I never saw her again and we rarely spoke. This was something that affected me and still affects me a lot. I was a teenager, and she continues to emphasize the fact that she is single. She already told me this before. Why repeat it so many times? Does this mean something? I guess she's afraid of being too old. She always says, I'm too old for this, I'm too old for that. After finishing my degree, we met again by chance, where she suggested we arrange something. We were supposed to have a coffee, and she came in a bikini. I wasn't expecting it because I think it's something that requires a certain comfort and intimacy. But at the same time, I was, like she was excited. Once again, she gave me those eyes. She mentioned the fact that she remembered me with a very specific skirt. I was her student 6 years ago. A long time has passed, and she continues to have very vivid memories with me. She herself says that she has déjà vus, calls me perfect and everything. I really don't know how to deal with a situation like this. I feel extremely bad about having developed attraction, and what if I misunderstood everything? I know she's an extremely good person. She helps many children with difficulties at school. Maybe she just liked me as a family figure. But in any way, everything she said and did doesn't make sense to me. Many times in conversation, I also realized that she knew things about me that I never told her. My apartment floor, for example. My first boyfriend, and I had nothing that could have given her an understanding of those things. She just knew. To finish, about 2 weeks ago, I went to a class with her. She invited me to do an activity. Everything went well. I was very nervous, and more than once, she didn't miss the opportunity to call me sexy and beautiful. 30 times in one conversation. In the end, she continued to say that I had to invite her out more often and to the beach. And finally, she gave me a gift, a mug that said my name. You are very close to being perfect. You enchant me. I'm so confused. Okay. Why are you confused? She's
Exactly.
obviously hitting on you.
Exactly.
This is a little controversial. Because she was 17. Like, the beginning
Yeah.
of it was when she was 17. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit...
Yeah. I mean, if it's I don't know. I mean, clearly there is an attraction going on here. So wait a second. How old is she now?
23.
So and they're still in contact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what is she asking? If she's dreaming about it?
Yeah.
She's not sure.
Uh-huh.
I have one opinion only on this. I mean,
Okay.
she's super attracted to you. So if you want to come out with her, just do it. Like,
If
just
you
do it.
want it, girl, make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Look, if this is a misunderstanding and she says that, she didn't mean it that way, then she needs to understand that she shouldn't be behaving like that, especially towards somebody who is gay, because otherwise it's like, come on, As for the age gap, I mean, I cannot say anything about it. So I'm not gonna say anything about it. So yeah, and also because they are at the age that they can actually, do something about it.
Oh, now, you mean?
Now.
Yeah. Okay, think about it seriously though, because I feel like if you get into something like a relationship with this person, you have to really weigh your options, because she is a lot older. The age gap is actually a little bit more than we have.
Yes.
A little bit. It's a lot to think about. Like, it's a lot to think about. Just make your mind up first. Don't just act on the whim. But if you do want something to happen, I think this is really your opportunity. I know this message was like a couple of months ago. Sorry about that. But
Yeah, let us know how it went.
yeah,
Please.
if you
If you let us know, we're gonna make a video right away. I'm not gonna make anybody wait. Promise.
wow, you never get that. So let us know what happened. If you acted on it, are you still thinking about it? And yeah, let us know. Okay, so I think we'll leave it at that. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back.
Yes. Hopefully, I'm gonna come back sooner than this, but yeah. We're gonna record the next episode right now since she locked me in.
Is this the most challenging part for you, just sitting in front of the camera? Do you feel trapped?
I do actually.
Yeah.
I do.
I see you having like the ADHD jitters.
I do. I need to move my body. I need to do other things, or like jump on the next thing.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it's okay. It's fine.
We're making peace with each other's issues.
Neurospiciness.
Autism versus ADHD. Okay.
Maybe you can run a couple
Hyperactivity.
of laps around the room and then come back sit down. Anyway.
All right.
We'll see you in the next one. Thanks
Okay.
for tuning in. Bye.